Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker even though you eat well, exercise, and do everything right? Why do stairs feel steeper? Why does getting up from a chair take a little longer than it used to? Is this just aging, or is there another factor silently affecting you? Here's where you might be surprised. It's not always what you're not doing. Sometimes it's what you're already doing without even realizing it that causes the harm. Most seniors make a silent mistake every day, and they do it with complete confidence, believing they're making the right choice because they've been told their whole lives that fruits are healthy, natural, and good. And most of them are. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Not every fruit is suitable for seniors. In fact, some fruits we consume without question every week can slowly weaken your legs, cause knee pain, worsen joint inflammation, and make walking more difficult. Fruits marketed as healthy can actually be harmful to your mobility, balance, and leg strength. You see, as we age, our bodies change. Our circulation weakens, our metabolism slows down, and foods that once benefited us can now start to harm us silently, especially certain fruits. They may look innocent, they may taste sweet, but they contain too much acid, carbohydrates, and other substances that affect blood sugar levels, cause joint inflammation, and weaken your legs. Worst of all, the damage happens gradually, silently, and unnoticeably until one day you feel sharp pain in your calves, persistent thigh discomfort, or strange tightness in your knees after a short walk. Today, I'll reveal the 7 most dangerous fruits that everyone over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs from long-term damage, pain, and weakness. Even though they seem harmless, none of these fruits are. After learning the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. If you care about your strength and want steady, strong, pain-free legs, your body may be waiting for this warning. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you're concerned about your health, because this is where we reveal the truth nobody discusses. Let's begin. Number 1. Pineapple, the silent inflammation trigger. Pineapple is tropical, juicy, refreshing, and has been praised for years as a natural anti-inflammatory because of a substance called bromelain. Here's the twist though. Although many people think pineapple reduces inflammation, it may actually be quietly causing it in seniors. Pineapple has strong acids and natural sugars. Those sugars are not as harmless as they appear, particularly if you're older than 60. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate and sensitive. They no longer respond to sugar increases the same way. Despite its benefits, pineapple delivers a powerful dose of natural sugar to the blood. It raises blood sugar levels quickly. The small blood vessels that supply your legs, feet, and muscles may sustain damage as a result of that spike. As circulation deteriorates over time, less oxygen reaches your legs. You know what that results in: pain, exhaustion, swelling after a short walk, that dull dragging ache in your legs, stiffness in your knees, ankles that suddenly hurt even if you've been sitting all day. Pineapple is acidic in addition to being sweet. That acid can cause joint irritation, particularly if you already have inflammation or arthritis. It fuels the burning that already exists in your ankles, hips, and knees. Some even notice their legs feel heavy after consuming pineapple, as if strength is gradually draining away. If you're on any medications, particularly blood thinners, bromelain can interact with certain drugs, making them either too strong or not strong enough. The most dangerous aspect is this: there are no obvious immediate negative effects, no clear signs or instant pain. Rather, it infiltrates gradually until you eventually realize you cannot move as you once could. Number 2. Bananas, the muscle imposter. Soft, sweet, and high in potassium, bananas are considered a great food. They're said to provide energy, prevent cramps, and benefit muscles. However, the situation is different for seniors. Natural sugar and quick-digesting carbohydrates are abundant in bananas. This means immediately after eating, your blood sugar levels rise and your body begins to resist insulin. When that occurs frequently, circulation becomes weaker, inflammation increases, and your legs suffer as a result. You may experience dull soreness when walking or climbing stairs, heaviness in your legs after meals, and stiffness in your calves. Additionally, bananas make you retain more fluid, especially if you have heart problems. This results in stiff joints, swollen feet, and swollen ankles. The effect is silent. You believe they will help your muscles, so you eat them. Instead, they can be gradually depleting your strength. It won't hit you immediately. However, over time, eating bananas might make it more difficult to move and cause more pain. Number 3. Grapes. Small fruit, significant inflammation. Grapes appear innocent, tiny, juicy, simple to eat as a snack. They also have a stellar reputation, heart-healthy, packed with antioxidants. However, most people are unaware that elderly people may experience mild leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation when they eat grapes. Why? Because grapes contain fructose, a sugar that is directly absorbed by the liver. When your liver cannot handle it completely, it becomes fat and uric acid. That's when the real harm begins. Uric acid accumulates in the joints, particularly in the toes, ankles, and knees. It causes an intermittent burning and swelling ache, that nagging pain that makes even light walking difficult. Have you ever had that piercing pain in your big toe at night? That unexpected stiffness in your calves? It may be something as minor as a handful of grapes causing your uric acid to rise. Your body's chronic inflammation is also fueled by fructose. This means slower movement, increased pressure, and stiffness. Grapes are also far too easy to overindulge. They're small, easy to nibble. Before you realize it, you've consumed 2 or 3 cups. The sugar quickly accumulates. Even while grapes appear like a nutritious snack, they may subtly weaken, reduce flexibility, and make your legs less comfortable as you age. Number 4. Watermelon. The false hydrator. Watermelon is light, refreshing, a symbol of hydration and summer. But could this watery fruit be subtly damaging your legs? Everyone agrees watermelon is a good way to stay hydrated. It feels safe, has few calories, and is primarily water. Here's the secret though. The glycemic index is extremely high for watermelon. This means it quickly raises blood sugar levels, much like candy. Seniors suffer significant harm from those frequent sugar spikes, particularly to their legs. Your body releases insulin when blood sugar rises rapidly. However, insulin is poorly regulated in aging bodies. Inflammation results from this, particularly in places with inadequate circulation, your calves, your ankles, your knees. Leg fatigue may occur immediately after eating, dull discomfort when taking walks, weird persistent swelling around your ankles. Stair climbing begins to feel like ascending a mountain. Watermelon has a light texture, but inside it acts like a trap, gently wearing down your legs. Most people eat a lot of it since it's juicy and refreshing. A single slice becomes 2, then 3. More sugar, more stress, increased inflammation. It's misleading. You believe you're drinking water. Instead, your blood sugar is spiking, your circulation is struggling, and your legs are suffering. Number 5. Oranges. The acid attack on joints. Oranges are bright. They smell fresh. They're everywhere. Juices, health supplements, breakfast platters. They're said to boost immunity because of vitamin C. However, oranges may be concealing an unpleasant reality for seniors, particularly those over 60. Acid is what's behind that citrus glow. Citrus acid is abundant in oranges. Even though that might seem normal, it can cause quiet joint irritation, particularly if your body is already battling inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. When you wake up, you may experience gradual stiffness in your knees, persistent hip pain, that uncomfortable sensation in your legs after prolonged sitting, decreased mobility, and increased swelling. You might assume it's simply aging. However, that healthy practice of drinking orange juice every morning may be contributing to the very pain you're attempting to prevent. Orange's citric acid goes beyond the stomach. It gets into your bloodstream and can irritate your joints' delicate tissues. Additionally, it causes blood sugar fluctuations when mixed with the fruit's natural sugar. The result? Inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation that spreads to your knees, ankles, and calves, making every step feel a little heavier and more painful. Oranges may not be harmful to a younger person. However, the effect develops subtly in an elderly person with aging joints and slower circulation. The most difficult aspect is that you're doing it believing you're benefiting yourself, since oranges have long been associated with wellness. Number 6. Green apples. The secret cause of leg pain. They appear crisp, clean, and organic. Most people, especially seniors, believe they are the healthier option because they taste less sweet. It seems like a healthy, low-sugar snack. However, most people are unaware that green apples might subtly cause fatigue, stiffness, and leg pain. Two things pose a threat: malic acid and hidden natural sugar. Green apples get their sour flavor from malic acid. Even though it's fine for younger people, it can be unpleasant for aging digestion. Our gut lining gets more sensitive with age. Malic acid can irritate tissues, including joints, once it enters the body. After eating apples, some elderly people experience severe hip or thigh pain. Others experience mild heat in their feet or tightness in their knees. It takes time to occur, but as time passes, the acid accumulates and the pain increases in frequency. Green apples still contain natural sugars even if they don't taste as sweet as red apples. That sugar causes blood sugar fluctuations in elderly people with slower metabolisms. Your calves may be tired. Your legs may cramp at night. You may experience stiffness in the morning, or you may feel weak when ascending stairs. The most challenging aspect is that green apples are frequently consumed raw as a snack or even right before bed. As a result, the body is constantly affected by them. They appear very healthy and pure. However, green apples may be subtly making it harder to walk, stiffening joints, and making evenings more restless for aging bodies. Number 7. Mango. The sugar explosion for your joints. Mango is juicy, soft, almost like candy. Nearly everyone loves this fruit, particularly during summer months. Here's the truth though. Mango may be the most harmful fruit for elderly people who have joint weakness and leg pain. Why? Because it contains a lot of natural sugar. I don't mean a little. I'm talking about a significant sugar punch that will cause your blood sugar to rise sharply and quickly. Your body can often handle that rise if you're active and under 30. However, your metabolism changes after age 60. That sugar rush causes an insulin spike and subsequent crash. Each time this occurs, your body produces inflammation deep within your joints, particularly in the soft tissues surrounding your ankles, hips, and knees. Particularly if you have nerve problems, you can experience a burning sensation in your toes, a tingling sensation that won't go away, swelling around your feet in the evening, or a creeping heaviness in your legs. Because mango tastes light, feels fresh, and doesn't seem like a big meal, it is simple to consume in greater portions. But doing so makes it worse. The sensation of lightness is irrelevant to the body. The sugar causes it to react. Over time, that sugar may cause joint pain, sluggish walking, and unsteady legs. Many elderly people consume mangoes because they think they're a natural treat. It is natural. However, natural does not always equate to safety for weaker circulation and aging joints. Now you've seen the whole picture. 7 fruits that, despite being praised for their health benefits, have a negative side for people over 60. Here's the good news though. Some fruits have the opposite effect. They promote strong, sturdy legs, reduce joint pain, and combat inflammation. Let's talk about what you can eat instead. First, berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These small fruits are potent anti-inflammatory agents. They're low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and mild on your blood sugar. Above all, they increase circulation, particularly in the legs. They promote easier mobility, combat stiffness, and reduce swelling. Next, cherries, but sparingly. Cherries can help reduce uric acid, which reduces the likelihood of gout and joint pain flare-ups. They relieve sore joints and the burning feeling in your knees or toes. A handful of cherries, not a bunch, can provide significant relief. Avocado comes next. Yes, it is a fruit. It's also among the best for healthy joints. Why? Because it has a lot of good fats that reduce inflammation inside your body and cushion your joints. Additionally, it aids in insulin regulation, providing steady energy without blood sugar fluctuations. Are you trying to find something easy to digest? Give papaya a try. Enzymes found in this tender tropical fruit help reduce inflammation and facilitate digestion. And don't forget pears. They provide subtle sweetness without being overly sweet. They provide energy to your body without putting undue strain on your legs. Instead of working against your body, each of these fruits supports it. They don't cause discomfort. They don't make you swell. They help your body achieve the vigor, equilibrium, and serenity it seeks. It's not only about eating fruit. It all comes down to picking the appropriate ones for your age, fruits that are appropriate for your body right now. And you begin to sense it when you consciously make those decisions. Firmer steps, calmer movements, and clearer mornings. Let me close with some final words. One thing tells me if you've watched this far, You care about your future, your strength, and your health. And I want you to clearly hear this. It's not too late for you to change. You still have time to recover, and you're not alone in this. Getting older is difficult. The pain, stiffness, and fear of falling come gradually. They can occasionally give you the impression that your body is disappearing. Here's the reality, though. You can take charge by making sensible, modest adjustments rather than extreme measures. One meal, one fruit, one decision at a time. The fruits we discussed today aren't harmful to everyone. They might just no longer be the best for your health. And that's all right. Because growing older doesn't mean giving up. It's about being more intelligent. When you start eating mindfully and select meals that promote strength, circulation, and joints, you'll notice a difference. Less discomfort, more flexibility, smoother mornings, and lighter steps. That's the point of this message. Not fear or limitation, but empowerment. Now share with us in the comments what you learned today and what changes you're ready to make, because we all grow when we share. Let's help each other. If this video helped you or opened your eyes even a little, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe so you never miss information that could change your health. And before you leave, turn on the notification bell. If this video was helpful, type 1. If not, type 0. You may not realize how important your comment is. Stay resilient, stay observant, and never forget that your independence is carried by your legs.